Podcast Affirmation, we are back with the bang. Namhlanje sikuphathele uthando uxolo ka Duduzi. Duduzi Sabela ukhona namhlanje uzivakashele sibonga kakhulu ukuthi andixola ukuthi ashiye everything ayenzayo. Siyazi ukuthi laphana as abantu esibaphathise umsebenzi kahulumeni bahlele bemaxhaphishi, kodwa ukwazile ukuthi namhlanje asivakashele. Lento ke nje i-open. Nawe bocabanga ukuthi khona ufuna uku-expressa la ukhona, ungaxhumana nje nathi sokwenza isiqiniseko sokuthi siyakubiza ukuthi nawe uzoyibeka indaba izwakale. This is regardless of political affiliation. As long as une story to tell, you are welcome to join us. Igama lami nguSizwe Ngwakablose. I'm your host kule episode, and ungakhohlwa ukuthi this is KZN's #1 podcast. Iyagijima ikhula ngesivinini. Before nje siqale le ngxoxo nothando uxolo, ngizokhumbuza abalaleli ukuthi basifollow lapha na Facebook page lethu. I-Facebook page yethu ke ila is update khona i-podcast affirmation, siya-update ngama-news as and when they happen. Sidila political stories, siyadila nama-human interest stories, i-sports, entertainment, everything uyalithola le nto ephejini lethu. If uyakulona nje manje sikhomanda 2.7 million, numbers don't lie. Sibuye size la ku-YouTube uzosithola nakhona futhi sivivile sigolozile ngolimi lwasemlazi. Angibingelele Thando uxolo.
Ngibingelele futhi Sizwe, ngibingelele nababukeli emakhaya.
Ayisazani.
Ayibona kithi, it's been a while. Phela mama around.
Ukuba busy.
Yeah.
But asibonga ukuthi ukwazile ukuphumelela njengoba ngiye ngasho. Sizokhuluma ngento eziningi ezithinta umuntu epolitiki ke le. Understand? Yazi ngiye ngifisa Thando uxolo ukuthi ngithola umuntu ozongi-explainela ukuthi yini politiki.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Kambe ngamagama amancane, I think usuyenze kakhulu and for sure usuyazi noma uvuka lento ukuthi awusopolitiki or ipolitiki naye lento eyipolitiki. Understand leyo?
Well, ungayibuka from ama-angle ahlukahlukene. Ngicabanga ukuthi common wonke ile yokuba i-political activist. Usho ukuthi uzibandakanya nezepolitiki, ikakhulukazi amaqembu ezepolitiki kungaba noma yiliphi, uparticipate khona, ushape ama-policy yaleyo nhlangano leyo, niphinde futhi nisebenzele abantu, nizama ukupromotha lama-policies ukuthi akwazi ukushintsha impilo zabantu zibe ngcono. Njengami nje, I can call myself a politician or a political activist. I prefer to be called an activist. Because I identify with the African National Congress. I identified, in fact, when I was very young, and I dedicated my entire life to serving the people of South Africa. And since my youth days, I can tell you something, some of the things that young people did, I didn't do because I was preoccupied about trying to come up with solutions for the youth of this province and of this country, while other young people were doing other fun things. And sometimes I look back, maybe ube ngathi ukiza apha kancane nami ngiyomuntu omusha njengabo bonke, ngingahlezi ngipreoccupied ngomsebenzi, ama-meeting lana, khulunywa ama-solutions, ama-policy, ama-campaign, ama-rally. Maybe I would have been differently shaped Thando uxolo, but I don't regret. If I were to be asked to do it again, I would definitely do it again, because it came as a passion to me.
Yeah.
It's not something that I was recruited into. It's something that was a passion, or I could call it a calling, to serve the people of our country, especially the downtrodden people of this country who do not have. I've always had the passion and the drive to serve those people, and I identified with vehicle ANC, which is the ruling party in South Africa. We still are, yes, we still are.
Yeah, njengoba ngingakuveza ukuthi sisahleli naye uthanda uxolo wakasabela. Uthanda uxolo kose wabamba nezikhundla ezinzima lapha ku-ANC, especially youth league yakhona. Uye waba unobhala weprovince. Usithathe lapho uthanda uxolo nezinto enayi-champion ngoba sifuna ukudouble check ukuthi labo 40% are they still there? I believe ukuthi umuntu bekhumbula i-era la eniphethe khona nani champion indaba ya 40%. Ngifuna ukuchecka mhlawumbe sisuse lapho ukuthi kuhambe kwagcina ngoba wena thanda uxolo. I'm sorry nge-essay type of question. Lezi zinto kubuye kube sengathi ama-slogan nje adlulayo. I understand lento into zama-rhetoric into engathi shu mhlawumbe nakubantu manje kwenzakalani ihambe kanjani i-tenure yakho as unobhala?
I was lucky enough or fortunate to have been elected the youngest provincial secretary in KwaZulu Natal. I was elected at the age of 27 when I became provincial secretary we Youth League KwaZulu Natal ANC. Look, we were shaping policy ANC. For a very long time, ANC had been characterized by leadership that many people would argue that it has been there for a very long time.
Yeah.
And were even of an advanced age, abantu abadala to be precise. So we wanted to shape policy to say, you know what, there are things that are not happening for the youth, and the reality is that in influential positions, the young people are not there.
Yeah.
So it's the old people who are occupying all those positions, and therefore because times change, they may not know how the youth is affected on the ground, and therefore you will then need a situation where we introduce a young people. Many people read it wrongly and thought we were saying it was a total takeover, where we would just come and remove all old people and put young people. It was not true. We were advocating for a generational mix.
Yeah.
That there must be, because isiZulu sithi indlela ibuzwa kwabaphambili.
Yeah, true.
So you can't just walk into offices and take over without actually being inducted about the office and being told about the workings of the office. This is how it works. Therefore, you become ready to start serving. So we wanted a situation where you could now have this generational mix of older people and the younger breed. So we put together a policy as the ANC Youth League. It was popularly known as 40%.
Yeah.
Must shoot as level as it 40%. Because we wanted to say we must have young people represented in all sectors.
Yeah.
For that matter, Babu Plus. Because we were not speaking about only political positions. We said, okay, firstly, let's champion it in the ANC.
Yeah.
Let's call for younger generations to be elected in the African National Congress. Hence, you saw then the election of abantu abafana no Sihle Zikalala as a provincial chair, abantu abafana no Dumsen Ntuli. Most recently now you have Comrade Siboniso Duma, Comrade Bheki Mtolo, who come from the Youth League. But you also then had young people who were still in the youth now starting to occupy positions. So you had people like Wazim Shengu who would become an MEC. You had young people like Amanda Bani who would become members of the provincial legislature, chairing strategic portfolios. So you had many people. You had young.
So we can safely say you indeed delivered your mandate.
We could have done more. That's what I can say. We could have done more. But we felt as the leadership then, because it was not about me, but us as a collective, as a leadership, we felt that we have done what had not been done in the past.
So kuniphatha kanjani ukuzwa ngamanye ama-provinces even to date basakhala ngendaba ze-generational mix okhuluma ngayo, because lapha eGauteng if ngizoba practical upresident we-ANC Youth League at the present moment kade ekhala ukuthi i-executive yakhona consist of abantu abadala, abekho abantu abayanga.
Well, the Youth League ends its place in society. I think as a president of the Youth League, he must continue to advocate for young people to occupy serious positions. So President Colin Malachi uqhubeka la esasigcine khona to continue to exert pressure to say to the ANC it's not enough ukuthi kungabikhona abantu abasha, because the majority of the people of this country are young. The majority of the unemployed in this country are young people. So you need solutions for young people, and to come up with these solutions, have young people themselves as well being part of the strategies as gwakha ama-solutions ukuthi kusizakale abantu abasha. So he's being a young lion and is continuing where we left off. Obviously, there's been setbacks, because I see what you were trying to ask me. There's been setbacks in this election. The ANC finds itself in a different position since 1994 across the country. We went down to 40% nationally.
What went wrong? In fact, bengifuna ukuza lapho leyo question ibiseselidutsi ile foundation for the next question, of which is ngempela ANC yenze udismal, fairly dismal, so to speak, ekuthini yenze kahle kuma elections. Nina nikhona nabantu abasha, mshona nibe nihambela ni campaign. Yini engeyenzanga kahle iANC resultele ukuthi kube nalo laka olungaka kubantu, even ama members ayo?
You see, to me, Bob Blosser is two issues. To me, it's two issues. The first one is the unemployment in this country. The economy is not producing jobs. People are disgruntled. People are looking to their government. Young people are traumatized by just not being able to find work. And being able to live their lives. So I think that's one major challenge that the ANC faced in this election. The question of, okay, and then what? Where are we going to work? What about us? We've been waiting for jobs. We've been applying. You said to us, go to school. We went to school, some of the people. Now we're sitting at home, we don't have work. So why should we go out and vote for you again? But I must say that it could have been worse. Achieving 40% in such a hostile environment was actually not that bad. To some people, they had already predicted that it's over for the ANC. 12%, 18% nationally, and therefore this is the end of the road. Remember, the ANC is a national movement. So getting 40% says, listen, guys, you need to start to be serious about some things. So go back in there, find a partner that you will work with, but sort out these problems that we are complaining about.
Nisayikhoncern ngama issues affecta abantu, because ngiyakuzwa lokubalayo, but abantu khona lezi zinto ezibasic bakhala ngazo. Abantu abawuthola amanzi, abantu abawuthola ugesi. You did well. I must congratulate you ukuthi nisithathe till thus far ngogesi. Understand? But izinto ezinjalo abantu ezinye zezinto kade beyiveze emlazi ukuthi ANC arrogant. How true is that?
That was going to be the second issue. Remember, I said the first issue, why I believe ANC drastically declined was unemployment, an economy that's not producing jobs. The second issue was issue of service delivery. You see, it's been 30 years of democracy. We can't continuously blame the apartheid government. In the eyes of the people, they don't want to hear, or in the ears, that there's a legacy that we are addressing. They don't want to hear that, because they are saying, guys, you've been there for 30 years. Why are you not solving our issues? I want to confirm that the state of water and electricity in our country is seriously concerning. I want to make an example to you. when on election day, there was a community where I was deployed to go in a campaign.
Yeah.
And urge people to come out and go and vote. So I get there. Obviously, you know the normal, the door to door.
Yeah.
We embark on a door to door. I enter in one household, and then this one lady says to me, "Do you really expect me to go out and vote when I've not taken a shower?" I've grown up in this community all my life. There's no water. There's been water, now there's no water here. So those were the challenges. But obviously you'll have to then understand what has caused those challenges, because the ANC didn't go and close the taps and say we want the water to run dry in the townships or anywhere in our society. Addressing the sins of the past has actually caused new problems. I want to make an example. I'm from a small town called Umbumbulu. It's a rural area. We grew up there. There was no water. The community was very small at the time in terms of number of households. It was very small. So the ANC government came gradually introducing us to water, because we used to collect water from the river. So gradually introducing us into water from firstly the Twaini pits, the borehole system. So city pits, the borehole system where we would go there with the buckets and we would harvest water, then go back home with them. Then it went on to having small JoJo tanks, because they then built infrastructure in the form of reservoirs, but obviously very small reservoirs. So we were then given about, I think it was 125 liters of water per day. So you would have this small JoJo tank in your yard at home, and every time at a certain time at night, water would come in and fill up the JoJo tank, because remember this was a small rural subsistence community. So that's the infrastructure we were having then. And then at a later stage, a little bit of an upgrade came again. We had water on taps. We could have water inside the house. You could now have a flushing toilet and all of those things. But now, as we were upgrading this infrastructure as the ANC government, it attracted people who were living in townships, who were living in what you would call former white areas, suburbs, to say, hey, by the way, we didn't leave home because we didn't want to be at home. We left to the townships because we were going close to work, first and foremost. But secondly, we were looking for better infrastructure. Now that this infrastructure is there at home, I'm now prepared to go and build a house back in Umbumbulu. Because in Umbumbulu, you now have water, you now have electricity, you now, some areas have tarred roads. Now, and also now you have the municipality picking up the waste collection. The municipality does waste collection. So you had people coming back gradual. And then all of a sudden there was an influx. Everyone is saying now, look, Umbumbulu is actually close to play areas. It's close to Amanzimtoti, it's close to Isipingo, and it's actually not that far to town. So I can actually live in Umbumbulu and work in town. So it's actually better for me to go back there. Remember, you don't pay rates there. There's no rates because it's under the Ngonyama.
And abanye bayasuka futhi kumhlanga baye go add down Umbumbulu because ba-avoid nama rates.
That's exactly then what I'm talking about. People were selling their homes in Umhlanga, in Amanzimtoti, in Montclair, to go and build beautiful palatial mansions in Umbumbulu. I call it Umbumbulu, but because that whole area is Umbumbulu. But your Adams Mission, your Sunnyside Park, your Ilovu, your Gomakuta, your Following, those areas, that's Umbumbulu area. It's under one chief. So you had an influx now, but you don't have infrastructure that's ready for the influx.
So
remember the water, that was being provided, as I explained how it came gradual. Now you need to upgrade. So as we were going to this election, you now have this new generation of people who are coming from a background of water, electricity, and all this infrastructure. Remember, if you move from Umlaz to Umbumbo, you would have had water in your household, you would have had electricity, you would have had tarred roads and all of those things.
And my time to Pambana is from urban to rural.
Yes.
Then
So
rural to urban.
Then the people will ask questions. Who is to blame? And correctly so, it's the ANC government, because they are the ones that must provide this these services. So some of the people then said, we are just not going to vote. I think they started giving us warnings in previous elections. Some started staying away. You will remember that the municipality, eThekwini municipality, was hung for the very first time. The ANC didn't get a clear majority because some people stayed away and did not go to vote. The ANC in KwaZulu-Natal dropped from, if I'm not mistaken, from 63% to 54%. If my memory serves me right, 63 to 54. Because there was this growing dissatisfaction about the state of the economy, about the state of service delivery. Now the ANC is under serious pressure to deal with those two. And if we don't deal with these two issues, we may as well kiss the ANC goodbye.
But Tando, I'm sure you'll undoubtedly agree with me. The ANC ibuye ngokwabantu on the ground ikwazi ngowayo ngathi ayinayo lento abayibiza bona bathi self-correct, especially when it comes to ama-leaders ayo. I-leader yenza something wrong, ibhekwe ama-masses. But uthole ukuthi leyo nto asiyazanga ukuthi igcina ihambe kanjani. Ubiziwe lo muntu kwahlala naye phansi ibithini outcome. Angithi ni leader ye society. Fine when reporting to the very same society ngezinto ezenzayo. Awukwazi ukuthi siphinde sahlala phansi samcorrecta lo muntu eceleni kwaqhubeka because iphinde iqhamuka another scandal from leadership. Understand that? Manje ubona ukuthi abantu bayiviwa kanjani leyo nto, mhlambe nina as ama-leaders e-ANC niyahlala yini ngempela nibe brutally honest with each other ukuthi but comrade, what you are doing, you are even defining yourself outside from the policies or guidelines in movement. Do you do that?
You are quite correct. Remember I said two things, but those were major two things. There's also what you are talking about, where, let me make an example. KwaZulu-Natal is a very conservative province.
Yes.
Abantu bakwaZulu, noma bakwaZulu-Natal, bayayivaluisha indlunkulu.
Yes.
YaKwaZulu-Natal. So if you don't handle correctly indaba zasendlunkulu bakubuka ngenye indlela. Ngelinyiso ukuthi hayibo. You may find ukuthi the ANC was trying to balance things in the province. But abantu bakwaZulu-Natal sebekubuka ngelinyiso ukuthi hayibo lo muntu does he not understand yini ukuthi lo muntu i-culture kuthina, tradition matters to us as abantu bakwaZulu-Natal. So you'll have someone who's going to punish the ANC because there was a negative article about the ANC vis-a-vis the royal household or vis-a-vis His Majesty King Mesuzulu Kazwelithini. So I'm making an example with that part. But you then also have a problem where I want to make another example. Leaders of the ANC are scandal prone, if I could call it. There would be many scandals that will be attached to certain leaders of the ANC. You find that maybe one is corruption accused. It may not have substance to in some cases, but in some cases perhaps it is. Now the people would say Thando Xolo uchargwe corruption. Kusho ukuthi ANC corrupt. Akuzoshiwo ukuthi Thando Xolo. And remember, nowadays people are very smart. They know that corruption is actually eating the money that is supposed to service them.
Born.
Yes. So once you associate brand ANC with corruption, you are bound to have a negative outcome.
Results ama-elections.
Kuma-results
No, I agree with you. Mhlawumbe khona le oyeke wayi-highlighter futhi mhlawumbe besingabuyela kuyona othola ukuthi ithinta uNdlunkulu because mina bengifuna ukubheka kakhulu nama-consequences.
Yeah, bengiyalapho.
I understand ukuthi mhlawumbe i-example engingayisayitha ukuthi une-leader ye-ANC engathi izodefya even umlomo ongathethi manga ngokwethu thina maZulu sayisithi umlomo ongathethi manga once bese khulumile whatever ayishilo goes.
Yes.
Example will be ngizoqoka undunankulu or isilo siqoka undunankulu waso whatever reason but ongangezwe lakhe usemqokile but here's the situation nayi leader manje ifuna ukuphikisana nalokho niyayibiza ini leader nina nihlale nayo phansi nikhole into order because ngathi nifaila mhlawumbe ngiphathisa into eziba nkulu kunawo ukuthi khona manje if uyi-leader uphethe ngaleso sikhathi into esukilindelekile kuwena ukuthi udeliver nakuma-elections udeliver ama-services udeliver nakuma-elections ukuthi phela iqembu libuyele futhi kwipower bawusohlule ukwenza lokho aphi ama-consequences because even in ama-meetings lawa national executive committee before abantu babehlala befuna ukwazi outcome but I think kwehlile lokho ngoba ngathi kuyafana akunama-consequences i-ANC failile national I think Gauteng KZN West but asazi ukuthi kugcine kuthekani kubaholi laba kade bekhona understand
but Sizwe I think any statement esibalulekile is that despite that we have dipped below 50%, ANC still remains the largest by far.
Not the ruling part, but not the ruling.
I'll correct you. It remains the largest by far.
Yeah.
Obviously, from a 2/3 majority to 40% eventually today is quite something that you need to open your eyes and say, "Nento wrong." Kufanele sizinuka amakhwapha njengokhongolose.
True.
Kufanele sizinuka amakhwapha ukuthi benziwe yini abantu bakithi bangasivoteli. Kuloko kabathuzanga ngisho ukuthi angeke baye kovota. Bayile kovota bangazivotela. Benziwe yini? Kufanele sizinuka amakhwapha ke thina njengo ANC. uNdlunkulu wethu ke uNational Executive Committee usuqalile iprocess ngicabanga ukuthi uzwile nawo ukuthi ku leli sonto lonke elidlule bekuhlangenwe kune NEC kune lehutla part of the things that would be discussed is the dismal performance if we could call it that way and come up with strategies but it's not the time now to say as members of the ANC we must point each other you are the cause. You are the cause. You are the cause.
No. I need to understand. I beg to differ, Mr. Sabel, because we're yonke into.
Yes.
Mele ube nama consequences.
Yeah.
If coach with chief sengenzi kahle.
Yes.
Senze njani? Yenze example nge-chief nanomuphi coach because ne-Chippa United it takes a decision.
Lapha ngumtawonge njalo nje.
Nami ngumtawonge. Yikho ngiconcern. Ayithi fanele nibe decisive.
Yes.
As leaders. Leadership must be decisive.
Yes.
If you don't practice that, we don't as a leader. But look at it.
Yeah.
Hence ngithi kwena. This is thing edihlakanelayo as a NEC whatever. I serious before. Sasike singalali.
Kulendwe inqomo.
Thiwa silinde isinqumo. But of late, do we bother ourselves as a mamasses even ungasililunga le-ANC you knew ukuthi i-decision yalaphana izoku-affect because ANC a leader or government.
Yes.
But now things have changed, Mr. Samuel. That is my main concern. KZN, ukhona abawes, abakhomba even the current leadership, they fail. E.g., do you think it is not even an example, but do you think it needs Henry Shegate into ethinta umshuluzi like KZN?
Look, luckily into ezithinta umsholozi zenzeka even before this current leadership mayiqala indaba ethinta umsholozi. See, ANC KwaZulu Natal at the time, we had a very clear position as kufuneka kube khona political approach towards a case ya Nxamalala, because we understood the response of the people and the fact that the case has dragged for so long. So we understood ukuthi abantu bakithi ba feeling engakanani ngo former president uMsholozi. So it's part of the things ebengisazozibala ukuthi ezisikhosele nenye problem towards ama elections, because there was a perception ukuthi look, ANC that has treated the president, former President Jacob Zuma like this, and therefore some of the people would say we're moving away. Naye he went on to form a party, and some of the people left with him, and other people voted for him. Now you
like a majority KZN.
Yes, but I think Prince, I like how you use majority in KZN. 45% go to ngawuvuma majority ku national or 40%. No, they are the biggest party. Yes, they are the biggest party in the province of KwaZulu Natal. But a questionable was around consequences.
Yeah.
Definitely. The ANC needs to assess itself.
Yeah.
It needs to assess itself.
Meeting yourself, introspection.
And all its structures.
Yeah.
But must not take a decision on its feet. It must take, because this is a do or die. It needs to take a decision that will be rational and a decision that will be long lasting. Not short-term appeasing decisions where someone says, because KwaZulu Natal, you did not get 50%.
Yeah.
Says it, let's remove all the leadership. Now, you have not got the reason why first. Even if you were to come to that decision, but give yourself time to understand what is it that is a problem.
Issues affect umphakathi as a leader yeSociety.
Ade ngoba lama issues affect umphakathi manje.
No, actually would say easy ukuthi lithathe a decision based on that.
No, decisions of this nature, you could look at them very easily.
Yeah.
Ngikwenzela example, kunama decision yake yathathwa ANC a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
To expel Julius Malema. Today we have a problem here, EFF. You were complaining about the treatment of President Jacob Zuma. Today we have got a problem of MK.
No, actually complain. I was just checking.
Well, you were mentioning. Maybe I used the wrong word. Not you were complaining.
Yeah.
You mentioned treatment. Msholozi.
Yeah.
Today we've got the ANC has got a problem of the MK part. So that's why the ANC needs to apply itself. When it makes a decision, it must not be a decision that will further cripple the ANC.
Yeah.
It must be a decision that will lift the ANC, take along all members of the ANC, but that will be also embraced by society, because the ANC is a leader of society. What decisions we take must be decisions.
Not that it used to be.
No, ANC as an organization and as its aims, its objectives, its character, its formation. Remember, ANC was not formed for government. The ANC, yes, the ANC can be outside of government. While government is strategic in implementing policies of the ANC, but the ANC can operate outside of government. because it was not formed for government. It was formed to liberate the people of South Africa.
Ngicela sibambe lapho kancane Mr. Sabela. By the way, Podcast Affirmation, your number one podcast in KZN, and into ekhona ke ukuthi sisahleli naye uSabela uthanda uqolo Sabela but TDX or affectionately known as TDX. Mina kubazi kakhulu ese-youth. Konje usasi-youth manje?
No,
sengathi talent yakudala ukuthi
usayibambe la. I like the compliment. I still look young.
No, you look young. You look young. Except nje bothi bo remove isigqoko.
Yeah.
Ngiyavela ukuthi nje be-quantify ngibhe ngoba ngicabanga ukuthi ngenxa yesikhathi sokugcina sisishaya zona mhlawumbe kusafaya sibe sibuye futhi sizoyikhuluma le ngoba njengoba ukhuluma nge-liberation movement ngifikelwa into eyodwa ukuthi benibekwa kanjalo as i-ANC Liberation Movement into ebasekhanda kakhulu benilwela amandla ombuso understand ilento yelende yabona but ukubukeka sengathi akakahambi kakhulu after 30 years yabona nendaba zepower ukuthi politically we are free economically we are not. It's even it's said ukuthi like phethe khona umuntu omnyama kusavela ama-graduate kwasiyingane to be quite honest Thando Xolo responded positively to i-call yokuthi aziye esikoleni not zona kuphela nabazali balekelela including uhulumeni ngo-NSFAS ukuthi ayithathe but manje sekugcwele iy'ngane emgwaqweni zithi zi-unemployed zifuna umsebenzi ngeperiodini sekunodokotela for the first time ekuzwakala ukuthi abasebenzi understand onesi ama-professionals manje abantu esithi kufanele ngabe bayawuthola umsebenzi abawuthola umsebenzi but mhlawumbe sibuye sixoxe ngelinye ilanga mhlawumbe before siyivale bengifisa ukuthi sithinte le ndaba ye-GNU ungixolele ngisakuthatha kakhulu njengomuntu i-heart yakhe close to abantu abasha. I'm sure as abantu abasha futhi still young ke ngokwepolitiki kakhulu. Bayithatha kanjani indaba ye-GNU nakho sizwa nomunkosazana lo Helen Zille uvela shaya amabhomu athiza aconfirme ezinye zezinto ebeyivele ishiwo abanye abantu amanye ama-organization before. Nina as abantu abasha ngiyazi khona uhlaka lwetsha but ngisakuthatha njengomuntu omusha ngiyazi niyashesha ukushiselwa igazi kulezi zinto but ukuthula kwenu as young people kusho lukhulu. Are you happy with the GNU stroke what in the government of provincial units? Are you happy?
Well, what I can say to you is that ukuhlanganiswa kwahulumeni lo khona both at the national and at the provincial level is as a result of results. Okay. When people went out to vote, they didn't give not one single party a majority to govern this country.
Yeah.
At the national level and even here in the province. In fact, they relegated us to be the third biggest party in KwaZulu-Natal. We were the majority party, now we are number 3. In KwaZulu-Natal. Now, obviously, I was not part of the negotiating team, negotiating our coalition partners. But the ANC adopted a strategy of
collective responsibility or democratic centralism. Yeah.
So the ANC developed a strategy of bringing everyone on board. So the people of South Africa said not one party anymore. Because you can only form a government as one party if you've got 50% plus one.
Yeah.
But if you don't have it, you've got to invite other people. So the ANC developed a strategy that everyone must come on board. You then had a situation where there were obviously different parties demanding different things.
Yeah.
I think one political party demanded the resignation of the president. One political party demanded that we can come in so long as this other political party is not there.
Yeah.
So the negotiators had to then listen to all these views and come up with.
So you feel those we're not negotiating in good faith.
A pact. obviously, if you come and give a demand and say remove your president, uyamagina umuntu othi uzoshada nawe kini bese kuxosha ubaba wakho. Ukufica uhlala nobaba wakho kini. Athi umxoshe ubaba wakho. It becomes something that is very difficult to do. Or to a certain extent impossible to do. This is ubaba wakho ngegazi. This is the president of the ANC. If you say remove the president of the ANC, you know, isiZulu mawubulala inyoka yazi uqalaphi. Mawuyishaya nje uyibulala inyoka uqala ekhanda. Sakusho kudala ke lokho thina ngisayi youth league ngangisho ngikade kuhlasela umsholozi. Ngisho ukuthi cha. Siyanizwa. Yakhumbula even amamasha kwamashabelungu for the first time. Zuma must go, Zuma must go. Sasiphuma si-youth league sithi lento siyayibona ukuthi is part of a strategy sokubulala i-ANC. So ufuna kushaya ikhanda le-ANC. So you are bound to say to the whole ANC, let's rally behind the president. Because what are the intentions of removing?
Yes, it's a pity because sinabantu abacredible ababayiphathi yayo. Likes of Julius Malema.
Can I finish?
Okay. Just to remind you, Deputy President was also part of that march and all that. But you can go ahead. I was just adding.
Yes. So you then had some because we received the report. I'm speaking because the National Executive came down to us, to branches, regions and province, and explained how GNU came about. So they told us they were faced with this situation and therefore they formed a government this way. Now, if you form a government there at a national level, it trickles down to hang provinces as well. So KZN is as a result of a trickle-down effect from national. So national has decided that this is the way to go. So part of the agreement affects KwaZulu-Natal. Remember, even in KwaZulu-Natal, even though MK party got 45%, it's not a majority. They need to invite people. So it's a jostle. You'll remember ANC had been getting about 30 something percent, 40 something percent Johannesburg, if I can make an example. But EFF ihlangane ne-DA and other parties, ANC kuyiyona biggest. Ikhishwe ngaphandle government kungene DA ne-EFF. So if you don't have 50% plus one, you don't have a mandate to govern alone. You can't be arrogant. You can't make unreasonable demands. Remember, all political parties, when they campaign because they want to be in the government. Now, when you have a hung province or a hung country, you'll then have a jostle for positions. So no one must be arrogant when a situation in jail. Because it's not an invitation. It's not like a government like previously. You'd have a clear ANC majority, but you'd have President Zuma inviting the leader of the Freedom Fund Plus to government. You would have President Mbeki inviting the leaders, Martinez Van Schalkwyk, to government. You see, there's an invitation to a ruling party government. But this time around, national, even the ANC could have been in opposition with the 40%. All other political parties could have come together and decided that they are forming a minority government and therefore the ANC must be outside. You see, so no one got a clear majority. That's why it's in a situation again. But you wanted to ask a political question, man. Here we are having an ANC, which is a pro-poor organization, disciplined force of the left. Now we are in a coalition with a right-wing organization, if I put it. Because I think that's how we want to ask it. What does that mean for our country? Those are the questions I have been asking and that I asked the leadership as well. That what does this government mean to us as a political party? It doesn't mean, though, that it would have been better to have the EFF or the MK party, because remember, the DA has got a clear mandate that it wants to kill the ANC. The EFF wants to do the same. The MK party wants to do the same. All other political parties are opposed to the ANC. So it's a matter of choosing which one you are going to work with. But there's no such thing that if you had a ANC, EFF government, you would have had a progressive government. There's no such thing. A government of the progressives. It would have still been a situation where it's one party trying to outmaneuver the other. And obviously, now there's the DA in government. I think we need to wake up as the ANC, because the DA represents white people of this country, unapologetically. They represent white people of this country. So, and they simply refuse to represent the other sections of the population. Or in this country. They are just clear. I sit in council.
Yeah.
And all they speak about in council is areas of white areas.
Or affluent areas.
Affluent areas, if I can put it that way. That's all they speak about. So now that the situation has brought us here, the ANC needs to be on its toes. But luckily, the government already has policies. So I had one DA minister saying, I had at some stage a DA member or DA leader saying they are going to end NSFAS. Where are they going to get the majority to do that? They can't. Remember, to change policy, you need to have a majority. They don't have it. That's the reality. And as the ANC, we won't allow it. We have put in place these policies, and we must make sure that they are implemented. Because part of the problem is that we've got progressive policies, but they're not being implemented. So the president must make sure that these policies are implemented, whether by a DA minister, whether by Gayton Mackenzie, minister from PA. So he must implement government policies. Gayton can't come to the department and say, I've got my own policy that I'm coming to implement. No, the government already got policies.
That's Thandikolo, bengisifisa ukuthi ngi-add any question because kuza ama-elections.
Yes.
Without a doubt. Thekwini ama-local government elections nani as ANC kuma-regions niyakhetha soon and very soon. Interest yami ukuthi should it happens ukuthi ama-branches ayakuphakamisa ungagcina uvumelenile yini naleso sinqumo, because mhlambe bekubona ukuthi you made an impact the time unobhala bakufune manje as unobhala we-region. Would you raise your hand or something like that? Or would you avail yourself or something?
Well, I think it's a process branch yoku-nominate.
No, hypothetically speaking.
Ngifuna ukuphendula. You want to whip me into a line of am I available or am I not available?
Yeah.
But what I can say to you is that I'm still available to serve the ANC.
Oh, okay.
And I'm ready and able to form part of any collective, whether it's at my branch, whether it's at my zone, anyway. And I'm ready to form part of any collective that will have a positive thinking about rebuilding the ANC.
Bengifisa ngempela miningi imibuzo Thandikolo, mhlawumbe fanele usenzele isikhathi in future siphinde sikhulume futhi now, because at one stage useve kwikomiti uchairperson le-human settlement. Into eyayithinta ingqalasizinda ngikhumbula ngomunye unyaka zivuka amanzi engekho nje kulezi ndawo engangihlala kuzona. I think kwakuwena owakumele ube responsible nokusi-update. I think nganginepipe elifakwayo elisha or something. Benginesifiso sokwazi nje ukuthi kwagcina kuphi, it's fine now asenzeka manje. And ngiyafisa futhi at one stage sithole nomuntu osazosichazela abantu bayakhala ngendaba zamamitha, ukufundwa kwawo, bavalelwa amanzi kuthiwa bakhokha imali eziphezulu bese bevalelwe and all the stuff. But lezo zinto ngiyafisa futhi ukuthi sixoxe, but sithi bese sixoxa futhi zithinte ne-ANC ngoba igcina i-affecta in a way ngendlela engibuka ngayo ekutheni abantu bavota kanjani. Benginento esibiza ngama-hot takes la, njengokuthi are you a Pirate fan or a Chiefs fan? I-Chiefs. or ubhekene nalesimo esinzima sithi uyi-risk taker or uba cautious in terms of planner wakho?
Both.
Or both. In terms of online meetings, are you happy with online meetings or prefer
I prefer physical, but if needs be, I hold online meetings.
Okay, coffee or tea, or I hold at gunpoint.
yeah, if I don't have a choice.
Okay. Tea. Ngifuna ukuchecka lento yokuthi you get money, spend money, or spend money to make money.
Spend money to make money.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. Last one, ngifuna ukuchecka nje ze-bonus, business class or economy, or uyihlalela eMbumbulu uhabuyile office la esithi or uyaphuma bophumela ngaphandle, is it business class or economy? Economy.
Yes.
Okay, no. Tell me Xola asibonge kakhulu mfethu with the hope yokuthi usazophinda usivakashele la emahhovisi sengicilwa indaba zesikhathi nje, otherwise isiningi into ebengifisa ukuthi siyikhulume but ngenxa yesikhathi siyashayeka, but hopefully ukuthi next time uzobuya futhi uzongiphendula sesiyayinaba ukuthi bongena ezulobhala ikuphi mhlawumbe ongakushintsha eThekwini obona ukuthi akwenza kahle ngoba nama branches I think amaningi kakhulu 111 if I'm not mistaken.
111, yes.
Somewhere there. No. Perfect. Don't you dare do what I wouldn't do. If you do it, please take pictures. See you in 7.